Hi, and welcome to a new flight report on my channel. Who does not dream of enjoying a real long-haul experience in business class, also on a short-haul flight of only 2 hours? This dream is coming true for me today, cause I am flying with Finnair on board their Airbus A350 in business class from Amsterdam to Helsinki. The Finnair seat is well known as very comfortable, but it doesn't recline at all. If you would like to explore the secret behind that seat and what the Finnair service looks like on today's flight, then you should follow me on my trip. Enjoy my flight report. I have just arrived at Amsterdam Airport by train. The Schipol Airport is the 4th largest airport in Europe, serving around 62 million passengers each year. So accordingly, the terminal is very crowded. You can easily see that KLM is the top dog here in Amsterdam. But my flight today is with Finnair, and their check-in is easy to find in the terminal. They offer self-service machines as well as separate counters for economy and business class guests. The security checkpoint is located 1 floor above, and thanks to my business ticket, I can use the priority lanes.
Business?
Yes.
Despite we have a busy morning today, I passed security in less than 5 minutes. After the security check, I take a quick shortcut that leads me to the business lounge in just a few steps. Finnair does not operate an own lounge here in Amsterdam. I therefore use the Aspire Lounge, which is a contract lounge of several airlines. The lounge is also very busy this morning, so I have to queue for a few minutes before getting in. The buffet in the lounge offers a very few breakfast options like pancakes, fruits, yogurt, croissants, and bread rolls. For me, that's fine so far. But there could be something more on offer, considering that the regular entry fee to this lounge costs 40 euros. I myself rate this lounge as okay, but there is one thing I miss very much in here. Because there is no direct apron view from here because there is an outdoor terrace which blocks the view. So I quickly refill my water bottle, leave the lounge, and then go to my gate.
Bye-bye.
Downstairs at gate D73 waits the 8-year-old Airbus 350 for my flight to Helsinki. And after a quick passport check, I am ready to get on board.
Welcome aboard, sir. Thank you so much. I 7 Lima.
Here we are at my seat 7L. Both the cabin and the seat give a very spacious impression. Also on this short flight, I find 2 pillows at my seat as well as headphones for the in-flight entertainment. Let's take a first look at some details at my seat. Above the shelf is a large storage compartment with USB power outlets, the headphone socket, and the IFE controller. The movable reading light is mounted directly above. There is another storage compartment in the foot area with a small water bottle inside, as well as a sickness bag. And also the safety card is not missing on board. This very large shelf next to my seat is absolutely great and offers induction charging for smartphones. And here are all the control buttons for the seat. Even with very long legs, I will find plenty of space here. And after takeoff, we will see what this pad here is for.
Ladies and gentlemen, your captain. My name is Antti Svensk. Also on behalf of the copy crew aboard this Airbus 350 aircraft. Departure preparations for the aircraft are becoming complete and we should be ready to start in less than 10 minutes. And at the moment estimating to arrive Helsinki a little bit ahead of our schedule should there be no delay upon departure. Wish you a pleasant stay on board with us. Thank you.
After taking off from Amsterdam, we quickly climb through many clouds. Inside the cabin, I take a look at the Inflight entertainment system now. This comes on a screen of 18 inches. There are over 200 movies of different categories available, and around 30 different TV series, each with all episodes. Who does prefer to listen to music won't miss out here either. And if you've been following me on my travels for a while, you might know the best thing for me is always the moving map. About 20 minutes after departure, the flight attendant offers me a hot towel. Not every airline offers this either on short haul. As the first rows in the cabin are already receiving the meal service, I also unfold my table now. It looks very appealing and is quite stable. It is very useful that you can move it completely without having to fold it up again. But an empty table is not a good table. So here comes the Finnair board service. The flight attendant does not serve the meals from the trolley, but brings it individually to each guest. Here we have a roast from minced meat, with mashed potatoes and green beans. The starter is cream cheese with dips and tomatoes. It is served with a traditional Finnish rye bread and a light bread roll. This is really a great and delicious menu for this 2-hour flight. Immediately afterwards, I get a warm and sticky vanilla roll for dessert with a cup of tea. After the meal, it's now time to check out this business class seat. As already mentioned, it cannot be reclined at all. So what's the trick? This button here is used to fold up a leg rest out of the seat. But there remains a gap of about 15 centimeters. To close this gap, I need to fold the second pad from the front manually. And now I have a complete bed surface of 198 centimeters. To stay safe during sleeping, I need to fasten myself with this second seatbelt around my legs. And now there is no longer any obstacle to a good night's sleep on the plane. What's particularly nice is that this business class seats offer a lots of privacy, as I can't see anyone else sitting next to me. Until we land in Helsinki, I kill the time with the hangover movie while the flight attendant offers a new round of drinks. The red drink is, by the way, the traditional Finnish blueberry juice. Did you ever have the chance to try this juice on a Finnair flight? If so, write me in the comments. I still want to try out the Wi-Fi on board, called Nordic Sky. After connecting my smartphone, I can retrieve some flight information here, as well as purchase an internet plan using credit card or Avios points. These plans start at €7 for 1 hour, up to €20 for the entire flight. As we are getting closer to Helsinki, more and more information about the connection flights are displayed in the IFE. As you see, there are many guests with connections on board today. My journey won't end in Helsinki either, as I'm flying on to Dusseldorf. And here is another cool function. I can select my connecting flight from the list, and the system displays me where we will arrive on the airport map and from which gate my connection will leave. But this information wouldn't even have been necessary, because the friendly cabin manager says goodbye shortly before the approach, brings me 2 chocolates, and tells me the gate for my connection flight. That's a really accommodating service. And that brings us slowly to the end of the flight. So I'll fasten my seatbelt again and share my thoughts on today's flight with you. I really enjoyed my stay on board the Finnair business class. It was a great experience to fly on board the Airbus A350 on a short flight within Europe. The very comfortable seat is, of course, a big highlight today. It is one of the most comfortable and spacious seats I have tried so far. United Airlines offers in their Polaris business class also a seat with a lot of privacy, but the Finnair seat here is even more spacious and built of really great, high-quality materials. But in addition to the hard product, the cabin crew also contributed to today's great experience. All flight attendants were very friendly and really courteous, leaving nothing to be desired. For me, Finnair managed to exude a touch of Finnish hospitality through the food, such as the Finnish rye bread or the typical blueberry juice. They are really working with love for the Finnish detail. That's why I can't wait to fly in the Finnair business class on a long-haul flight. Now it's your turn. How did you like today's flight on the A350? Is there anything Finnair could have done better today, and which other airlines with great service can you recommend? I am looking forward to your comment.
Welcome to Helsinki. Please remain seated with the safety belt fastened until the safety belt sign has been switched off. And please be careful when opening the overhead lockers, as items may fall out. We hope you have enjoyed this Finnair flight, so on behalf of this crew, Finnair and One World, thank you for flying with us, and we look forward to seeing you soon on board again. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
It was great to follow the landing in Helsinki, not only through the window, but also via the tail camera in the pilot's perspective. After a very short taxiing time, we reach gate A48 in the non-Schengen area, and there is another great and unique surprise. Have you ever been lucky enough to see a water arch with your own eyes? Don't ask me what this A350 crew did to be greeted like this back at home. Maybe an anniversary or the start of their retirement. We will never know. Now it's time to say goodbye to the Finnair seat. Disembarking takes a relatively long time today, as I have to walk through the whole plane to the rear door. All guests who are disembarking in Helsinki or with connecting flights in the Schengen area have to disembark at the rear door, and other guests with a non-Schengen flight have to use the front door. So I also see the Finnair Premium Economy and the entire economy class before a bus takes me to the terminal. Finally, I just want to remind you to subscribe to my channel to avoid to miss further flight reports and also explore the other flight reports on my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.